guys, today's look is inspired by Kim Kardashian. It's like a double winged eyeliner effect. I kind of went all out and even did my hair like the picture that I used for inspiration, which I normally don't do. It's very simple though. I'm going to tell you how to do it at the end. It's just really easy. This is a very cool look. It's very flattering. Makes your eyelashes look enormous even if you don't have enormous eyelashes. I think that it's so fun for like parties or special events. I know I'm like trying to, but I want you to see it. It's one of the most, one of my favorite looks that I've done in a while. And I hope that if you guys are wondering how to do that, this will help you. It's going to seem like a lot of steps, but I promise you it's very simple. Just try it. The first time you do it, it might be a little difficult, but it is very simple. The colors are basic. If you don't have the exact things that I used, you can sub it for different things that you have. I'm going to show you how to get like kind of the Kim cheeks, like how her blush placement is, and even a trick that helps your nude lips last forever. So it's a lot of stuff packed into this one video, but I hope that you find it helpful. As always, there's going to be a link to my blog in the sidebar with every product used, which is nice if you want to go back later and see, and then a picture of all that. But with this, the technique is I think the most important. So that's where the video comes in. So I hope that y'all enjoy it. And if you keep watching, I'll show you how I did it. Alright, so we want to create an even surface to work with. So I'm taking Painterly Paint Pot, which is very close to my skin tone. I'm not going to just pile it on to create like a totally opaque look. I'm just tapping it over any areas, just very sheer and very lightly, where any kind of discoloration is, any veins or anything like that. Alright, then take a little bit more of whatever product you're going to use for this on your finger and take it right up underneath the lower lash line. And you can even tap it right here as well, because we're going to be putting some color there too. So this is going to kind of create an even space there too. Alright, now this is a product I don't use too often. It's the Beijing Shade Stick by MAC. It's quite pretty. I don't know why I don't use it more. With shade sticks, I like to get them on my finger like this. It kind of helps them heat up a little bit, applies a little bit smoother. I'm applying it right to my brow bone. Now that I've kind of heated up on my finger, I can just take a little bit and put it right there. So applying that just on my lid, a little bit into my crease, very lightly, and I'm just barely blending that out with my finger. This is just going to keep the more matte shades that we use from looking so flat. Okay, then with a large brush, I'm using my MAC 252, which is one of my very favorite eyeshadow brushes. This is Grain, and I'm just going to apply that right onto my lid. And you can even kind of pat it into the crease right over where we applied that shade stick. Alright, and then I'm going to put a little bit right on my brow bone. This is going to be our brow highlight. Next I'm going to take the color Cork, which is right here. It's a matte brown. It's kind of a medium toned color. I'm going to take it right on the tip of my 222. Going to apply that right into the crease. Kind of go in a little further than we normally would and start pulling the color upward. Okay, now I'm going to take Satin Taupe, which is kind of a frosted color. It's a cool brown. So I'm taking it into the crease in the outer area, and then I'm kind of sweeping it down to meet my lashes. And then again, just kind of whatever is left on your brush, just kind of use that to pull it upward. So I'm going to go ahead and do my liner now, which is the most important part. So I'm using a liner that is not jet black. I don't want it to come off so dark. So I'm using this shade. It's a Coastal Scents gel liner called Stellar. And it's kind of like, it's black, but it's kind of like a grade black. It has a little bit of shimmer. You can't really even notice the shimmer when you apply it. And I'm taking an eyeliner brush like this. This one's a Sigma 209. And I'm applying that right at my lash line. You want to go all the way in with it, but you definitely don't want to make it too thick out there. You just want it very, very close to the lash line. You get to this outer corner. Don't go down too far. You want to start pretending like you're going to create a wing, but don't do it just yet. While the liner is still a little wet, you want to take this brush, which shouldn't have much left on it, and kind of in back and forth motions, kind of pull it up. So we're just kind of smearing that liner up a little bit, just kind of smudging it. Just in short little strokes. Okay, now we're going to apply the liner or the eyeshadow over this in a minute, so don't worry if it's not perfect. Okay, now with whatever's left, start making your wing. It's going to just create a very faint shadow, and that's good because that'll create a guide when you go back to really apply it. I don't know if you can see, but I can barely see a little line forming. I don't think you can see it, but I can. We're just creating a very faint line to work from. Okay, now I'm going to go back with a thinner eyeliner brush. This one's from the new Advanced Sigma kit. I'm going to show that very soon. I don't think that they're out to buy yet, but I will be reviewing that soon for you guys. So this is a 210 by Sigma. It's very small. You can see how precise it is. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of work back over this line with this darker. You can see you don't want much on the brush because you don't want it to be too harsh. I'm going to take the first brush that I used, which was the SS209, and I'm going to start with my lower lashes. You want to get the same color along your lower lash line. Not so much on the waterline, but just right at the line where your lashes are. When you get to this outer edge, do not bring it up to meet this. You want to stop about right here. So get your line right. I like to smear it just a little bit with my finger. And then we're going to start creating our outer wing. And then when I do that, I'm going to switch back to the smaller brush. It's going to be like a funny shape. You see how it kind of goes down right here, and then it sweeps back up. So it's going to go near. You want it to be completely parallel with this line. I'm going to do my little hook. Should be the darkest part right here. Slightly hook it downward. And then follow it. This line right here should not be as intense as this upper one, but it should be slightly longer. So it should be thinner, but it should be longer. It should be extremely thin on that outer edge. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and kind of clean everything up. I'm going to take this color, it's called Print by MAC. This is my little quad. I just added some extra colors in there. So this upper line, you should not see a harsh line. You should see the line on the bottom, but on this one you should just see that definition on the bottom. You shouldn't see much definition on the top. So you're going to want to smooth the top part of that line kind of into everything else, and you can use that Print shade to do that as well. To further define this part right here, you're going to take a matte white shadow, get it on the tip of a sharp brush. This brush is another one by Sigma in the new kit. It's the 214. MAC makes one like this too. Very carefully, you just want to apply that right against that. You should have probably tapped it off to begin with. Take a blending brush and sweep it outward so that there's no little, traces of fallout. So we are finished. You can add false lashes if you wish. You want to totally play up your lashes for this. That's what's going to make this really be flattering. I'm using my MAC Plush Lash. Feel free to add some false lashes if you want. And after this, I'm going to come back and show you what I did on the rest of my face. Alright, for my cheeks, I'm keeping the color very neutral. Nothing too pink. I'm going to use Blush Baby, which is really nice. You can even use a more tan shade if you want. I'm going to apply that right to the area beneath my cheekbones. Not so far down in this hollow, like contouring. You just want to place it right below the cheekbones and above the area where you contour to get kind of that Kim-esque look. Alright, then I'm going to do the other side. Alright, and then to keep the cheeks from looking so flat, because I know that doesn't really have much shimmer to it. I don't like a lot of shimmer on the cheeks, but for this I think it's really pretty just to add just a little bit of sheen. This is Trace Gold Blush by MAC. Just a small sweep over the blush. It'll keep you looking glowy without making you look shimmery. The lips are very, very nude. I'm going to give you a little tip to keep them to stay. Apply a product that's a little drier first. Some people do that with a lip pencil or whatever. This is a very, very nude lip. I'm using the same shade stick, Beijing. You can get it on your finger. You can apply it from the thing if you want. Apply it right over the lips. This will help your nude lip color last forever. And I'm using my favorite nude, which is Creme de Nude by MAC. Alright, so that's super, super nude. I want kind of a more natural, glowy sheen to it. I don't want to look like dead, So I'm going to use Nymphette, which you may not really think I would use that for because it's pink. It looks perfect over the nude lip and creates just the perfect balance. And we are finished. I hope that you enjoyed it. The hair is very simple. I mean, it's nothing special. I usually don't do like mega poofs, but just used a clip, poofed it up, 2 bobby pins on the side. Super simple. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye.